Forget what you think you know about the Balon de Oro 2024-2025 contenders. For mine are locked in. Coming in at number 5, we got Nuno Mendes, the defensive rock for PSG. He had consistent performances, barring the Club World Cup final against Chelsea, of course. It was a huge impact on the team on that left wing. It was just a nonstop engine up and down the field, back and forth, offensive and defensively. He did it for his nation in Portugal. He also did it at the highest club level. So that for me gives him a lot of over Hakimi due to the fact that he won the Nations League. Now, number 4, I have Vitinha. PSG's midfield maestro. He is the heart of PSG's offensive power. Without him, a lot of PSG's creation would not have happened. He dictated plays by controlling the tempo of the game and benefiting PSG's obsession with the possession of the ball. Now, barring he's second to Pedri, of course, but you cannot deny his impact this season to Portugal and to PSG as well. Those are two things that I believe are assisting him with the higher ranking in the contender list for me. Now, I know this is going to be a controversial one. Taking the bronze is Mr. Ousmane Dembele. I do not believe he has been the best player all year. He's been missing in his international country for a while now. And at the recent Nations League friendly exhibition match, he ghosted again. Did nothing, losing to Spain. And the big caveat or the big push for him right now is due to the Champions League win. Now, my thing is, he only had 2 goals in the knockout portion of the Champions League, and he somehow won UEFA Player of the Tournament somehow. But that's neither here nor there. But he did not have a single virtuoso moment in the UEFA Champions League this season. I cannot remember off the top of my head where I said Dembele was the best player on that field, if I am being honest. Now,
You could probably go grab some stats and tell me that his XG, his goal creation, whatever. I don't care.
football is meant to be watched by the eyes, man. I don't care about his XG or his XA or the amount of times he dribbled the ball. And the big thing also pushing him is his domestic treble or his domestic double with the Champions League win. Now, whether we like it or not, Ligue 1 is not a competitive league to the standard that other leagues are in the top 5. PSG had clinched their league title on the 5th of April. Put that into perspective. The 5th of April, almost a month out from the final game of the season. Now, that's not to knock entirely on the French league. The only reason it's considered a farmers league is due to the fact that PSG is just the biggest club with the most money, the best facilities, everything that you could ask for in a top club they have. Unfortunately, that's just the truth. There are fantastic players in the French league, but they can't do anything alone when they're so much smaller. That for me is why I think PSG's treble is weak. And the big thing is they lost to Chelsea and Dembele started and nothing happened. If he was such an amazing player, why didn't he at least get a goal? Why didn't he at least get an assist? Nothing came from him. And the reason they lost was because Vitinha was locked up and pocketed. He could do nothing. But without that offensive power, Dembele also did nothing. Now, moving on to top 2. Now, this is going to cause some division within the Barca, right? Because it could go either way. But the way I am looking at this is not really a hot take, if I'm being honest. It's more or less reflecting on what I appreciate a little more. What I mean by that, missing on the top spot, unfortunately, is Lamine Yamal. Barcelona star boy Lamine Yamal is my number 2. This 17-year-old showed the greatness of La Masia football with his fearlessness, electric play on the ball, and Maverick-esque style mindset. He is already turning into a key player for Barcelona's future. Imagine that, a key player for the biggest club in Spain. His future is so bright. I just have to back our number 1 for this season, unfortunately, which is Rafinha. What a season Rafinha had. we cannot deny Rafinha deserves the Balon de Oro this season. Yes, we have a domestic trouble. Yes, we lost in the semifinals to Inter Milan. But who got us that far? We cannot forget that he was on absolute fire in the Champions League. He went on a historic campaign, equaling Mr. Ronaldo, which is known for Mr. Champions League history, tying it at 21 GA. He's been the standout player for me. And the reality is, us as Barca fans, if you are a Barca fan, the biggest thing that we want right now from our club is number 6. We need Champions League number 6. And Rafinha almost got us there. He just unfortunately fell short due to some unfair ref calls. That's neither here nor there. We also had our fault in that we should not have choked in the last minute. That's going on a different tangent. But we have to recognize Rafinha gave us the chance to get to a. Now, Lamine Yamal played a huge key role. Do not misunderstand this. I am not saying that, but without Rafinha's clutchness, brother, we would not have been close at all. Now, let me know what you guys think. This is my top 5. Obviously, it's an opinion. When it comes down to it, everyone is entitled to it. Obviously, as you can see, I am a Barca fan. I'm going to be biased, but I'm being honest. And I'm looking at it from the point of view of a genuine fan of football. To me, I despise Dembele. But even if I look at it from a neutral perspective, Dembele has not been the best player on the football pitch at the highest level for the season 24-25. If you believe this, you are a PSG fan, or you're French, or you're just not watching anything but stats. And if you are just watching stats, you've never played the game.